23rd episode of YLC Chats. Today we have an exciting episode with Kathleen Moran from the Best Buddies Global Ambassador Program. They are going to share a little bit about this program with us today. We're going to go ahead and get started. Margot, do you want to ask the first couple of questions?
I would love to, Dana. Thank you. Kathleen, for everyone watching, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Obviously, we all know you, but the whole world doesn't. And your background in Best Buddies.
Of course. Thank you guys for having me. So my name's Kathleen, like everyone said, but I'm from Cheshire, Connecticut, Margot's home state. And I've been in Best Buddies for about 11 years with my family and like 10 years like by myself, like through college chapters, high school chapters, and middle school chapters. I started Best Buddies because of one of my neighbors who's friends with Ryan. He introduced us to the program, and ever since it's been part of my life. I met Holly at the leadership conference a few years back, and ever since I've been a global ambassador, which is really fun.
So my second question for you, Kathleen, is what is the Best Buddies Ambassador Pillar?
Nice. So Best Buddies Ambassador Pillar is one of the 4 programs that Best Buddies has. It's under the Leadership Development Program. And the Ambassadors Program is through, so you start off as a state ambassador, and then you can go up to a global ambassador once like you like become like noticed in a way, I guess. But and you, as an ambassador, you work on writing, public speaking, and self-advocacy for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities.
So Kathleen, can you also explain what the Best Buddies Global Ambassador Program is?
Mm-hmm. So as mentioned before, it's kind of similar to a state level program, except you work with everyone in the country. So Dana and I are actually on the Global Ambassador program right now together, and we get to make speeches at like big events and everything, and get to just like know people around the world and represent Best Buddies like wherever we are. So
how do you become a global ambassador?
So personally, I didn't even know this question. I had to ask someone, but I don't know if Dana even knows this, but so a small group of ambassadors are picked by being noticed for their leadership skills, either state or just through their achievements in Best Buddies. And you're nominated by, I guess, like other Best Buddies employees, like higher up on the board, I guess. And then you serve a 2-year term with a group of ambassadors, about 15 of us. And everybody is different ages, they have different qualities to themselves, and just a lot of fun.
How do you become a state ambassador?
Great question. So to become a state ambassador, every state has multiple trainings per year, depending on how big your state is. But as Margot mentioned before, and Ryan and I think Dana have been through these as well. I don't know if Sophie has, but you can go to these leadership like classes in a way with your state, and there's speech coaches there, and you'll learn like through the training sessions. Usually it's like a day or 2 long. The virtual ones right now are almost like they could be up to a week, depending on how much you want to get done. But in order to become a state ambassador, you have to go through a training, write a speech with the speech coach, and deliver that speech. And then from there, you become a state ambassador. And then further on, you can be a speech coach to other people. So for me, I like, as Margot said before, the role that I've had in Connecticut and Massachusetts currently is being a speech coach to other people who are becoming state ambassadors, which is really cool.
My second question is, what does a global ambassador do?
So once a month, Dana and I and our group of ambassadors, we meet with Ashley, Sam, and Holly, and we get to perform speeches and deliver them. We have one person a month gets to do them, and it improves our speech giving. So without that, like, you wouldn't know like your advice from other people, or like your ups and downs, or your strengths and weaknesses. So as global ambassadors, with COVID, and I think normally in a normal year we still have these calls, but because we're all around the country. And with COVID, it's been really cool because, like even Ryan said, you can go to other states and attend their trainings. So because I live in Connecticut most of the year, but I'm in Massachusetts some of the year, I've been going to like other ambassador trainings and meeting like a variety of different people. For global ambassadors, we get to meet once a month, like I said, and practice our speeches before giving them at public settings. And we talk about upcoming opportunities. We have like guest speakers like from Inclusive Living. We also talk about like what to say in a speech, what not to say in a speech. And we get to like share stories just like about our Best Buddies experience, which is a lot of fun because we all are very passionate about it. And in a normal year, we would go to leadership conference together, and some of us would talk at opening and closing ceremonies, at different like training sessions like the YLC holds. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Very, very excellent and very great points too. My next question is, how do you get speaking engagements?
So with COVID-19, it's been really hard to get speaking engagements. A lot of them have been virtual, but in a normal year and with COVID, you still do this. You reach out to your program manager, your state director. Even if you're a state ambassador, a global ambassador, any type of ambassador, if you're just becoming one, like reach out to your chapter, be like, I want to talk in the beginning of the meeting or the end of the meeting and just share my story. Or even at like your state balls, your galas, your friendship walks, your chapter meetings, anything where there's a crowd. It could be 5 people, it could be 1 person. You just want to like say your story. So literally anything that you can think of.
What should people do if they want more information about this program?
So what I would do first is, if you're not a state ambassador already, I would attend a leadership training through your state. I know there's a lot going on right now. I've seen a few come out. And then from there, I would just stay in touch with your program manager. And what I did in Connecticut, I like started helping right away and like got my name out there because I'm so passionate about Best Buddies and I want to speak about it every second. Margot knows that. But once you get your name out there, they're gonna want your help. So they're gonna want you to share your story at the next event and the event after that, and then they're gonna want you to recruit people on yourself. So I would just start attending events a lot, get connected with your state director, your program manager, anybody in your state that's important. And then if you attend leadership conference, if you attend like a national event, I would just still get your name out there and get connected with people. Like I know most of you have been to leadership conference, and when I'm there, I just love making friends. I know a lot of you do too. And once you get their Instagrams and all of that stuff and you stay connected with people, they see how passionate you are. So I think that's just like something important. And one extra thing you can do is this summer for leadership conference, you can attend the ambassadors track. And we'll be showing either at one of the ceremonies a video from all of us global ambassadors about the global ambassador program, kind of similar to these questions. So just look out for that, and from there just get involved.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being on our channel today. We loved hearing everything you had to say, and we will link the Global Ambassador website in the description below. This has been the 23rd episode of YLC Chats, and we'll see everybody next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.